The Athens game takes place in 403 BC. Athens has lost its position as the central power in the Mediterranean, has been through a period of tyranny.
At the start of the game, the tyrant's rule was over, and we're going back into democracy. Radical Democrats, oligarchs, Socratics, moderate Democrats are all assembling in the courthouse.
Our job was to create policies that would set the base for a new Athens.
The first topic in the assembly was what to do with the supporters of the 30 tyrants.
They have to be punished, their supporters have to be punished so that this thing doesn't happen again.
The Radical Democrats, whose friends and families have borne the brunt of the violence, they, of course, want vengeance.
I feel like you guys are going to just, everybody's guilty, kill them all.
If they supported all the corruptions in the city done by the 30 tyrants, they are guilty.
How about we publicly hang the few people that actually were deeply involved to show an example?
That's not right. We can't continue killing. That's just going to continue the vicious cycle.
Yeah, you see, so you just want mass murder.
I'm not saying mass murder. I just said punish them, put them on trial, and then imprison them. I didn't say mass murder.
So then you just want everybody to be guilty, and then
because they're guilty because they supported the corruption done by the 30 tyrants.
I'm a very poor farmer. I would have supported them if I needed to get money to have my farm. My siblings and my family are all dying because I can't feed them, okay? If I needed to support the tyrants to feed my family, I would have. On one hand, we have to consider that we want to rebuild the old Lithuanian Empire. We want to be fair. But on the other hand, we don't want them to get away with supporting tyrants. To forgive everyone is a little bit too lenient because it's not teaching the right lesson. But to ban everyone, to shun everyone is also too strict. I proposed that we would basically strip the supporters of their money and give them to the poor in Athens.
It works out both ways. Come on. It does, yes?
I got the support of the moderate Democrats and eventually the radical Democrats.
Everybody's going to be sent on trial.
Okay,
We're going to see who's guilty, who's not.
Basically,
Once they were convicted, they would go through some undefined reformation process.
Your form of education is more like reforming, where we transform them into moral individuals. Or is it the type of...
That's exactly.
Yeah, that's
okay. That is okay.
That's okay.
So it wasn't vengeance.
Okay, so then why did you completely erase it?
One of the assemblies, we discussed the women's right to vote. Should we give them full citizenship? This vote was coupled with the rights for medics to vote.
Athens has always been this way, that women have never had the right to vote.
Isn't everyone equal, men and women?
In Athens, men's view of women was very different than now. They were considered inferior to men.
They're less rational than men. That's it. And it's scientifically proven.
Also, women have a certain role in Athens already. They're not on the same level as men.
Other factions were saying that we should actually allow women to become citizens.
Because they can take care of families. A lot of families make a society, a lot of societies make a nation.
No, but I don't see that as a good enough reason to give you the right to vote.
Listen, they're farmers, right? But they get the right to vote because they're men. But women don't because they are still farmers, but they're women.
Yes.
But how is that fair?
We didn't know what they're capable of. We didn't give them a chance. So how about we take...
Athenian males are all equal. Athenian males, not females.
How does that make... I know, so what if they're men? We're not talking about getting into wrestling.
As of now, it's a no. Women do not have the right to vote.
For the first half, I was disappointed because we weren't able to give the right to vote for women at all. I felt it was just us against the other three. But then I was happy with our second proposal.
You know, we want to have unity, and we want to not raise social conflict, but on the other hand, we don't want to give up our own traditions, right? So we compromise. Say, okay, to appease both sides, we'll give only one part citizenship. So it's either going to be the medics or the women. So I proposed that we allow medics the right to vote without allowing women the right to vote. That way I got the radical Democrats and moderate Democrats on my side.
Now the new proposal is grant male medics the right to vote.
Although the Socratics weren't for it, the vast majority of the court overruled the Socratics' view.
I think it was a good compromise. I don't think there was any clear winners or losers.
We didn't give right to vote for women, but we did give right to vote for medics. The first game session, we were all worried, like we didn't know what to say.
The classes always went from kind of discomfort and not quite knowing what to do. But within 10 minutes, students are identifying with their characters.
You have to push aside all your thoughts or what you think. Now you're becoming a new character.
They immediately fall into the role. They immediately imitate and identify their characters, sometimes very emotionally.
In most classes, you know, you barely talk to one another.
Here I actually got to meet people. I actually had a chance to talk to them.
You get a sense of who the person is. A lot of times you want to talk about the games outside of class to like see what you can do next class, like how are you going to win the session.
They need to figure out, you know, how to move from abstraction to practicality.
You understand the information much better when you're arguing for it or against it.
The process of working out compromises is an important part of the learning process of how to do politics within the context of ideology.